day. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Words of Wisdom. Beautiful sunshine coming through. You could see my incense. I just lit my lovely sage and dragon's blood incense. I love the smell of this. And it's so lovely because it's got like a purple sort of end to it as well, which I find very spiritual and uplifting. Talking about that, let me share with you. Off I went for my walk today. First of all, before I went for my walk today, I had just finished breakfast and I was sitting in my lounge and the doors to the garden were open. And the next thing, a dragonfly flew in, hovered down by my sort of feet and area of my TV. And I was like, wow. And then turned and flew out. So I looked it up. That is good luck and fortune and transformation change. Massive. So anyway, I was really inspired by that. I was like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. So then I went for my walk and I said to Spirit, I guess I'm going to see a feather today. And there it was, little black feather on my pathway. It's a little bit squashed because I actually put it in my fold of my phone folder and it got a little bit squashed. Anyway, she's on my table, definitely on my table, and I just thought that's amazing. Then I saw a robin and I forgot last night when I went for a walk, this little robin hopped in front of me, turned looking at me, and I'm saying hello, and hopped again and turned and looked at it. He did this along the pathway for quite a while and then flew off into the bushes. And then I had the same thing today, little robin. He stopped, looked at me, and then flew off into the bushes. So, robins, dragonflies. I was then reading my Akashic Records book, and I was thinking, because I did a reading earlier on for TikTok using the Akashic Records, and I was reading the Akashic Record book, and Ariel, Archangel Ariel, not Uriel, Ariel. He is the archangel that looks after animals and nature, and I thought, well, I must have him with us as well. So, beautiful reading on TikTok this morning. Opened up our day. It's my daughter's birthday, the 6th of August. And as I went to sort of listen to my affirmations, today is a special day. Today brings amazing opportunities. Today. And I thought, today is the day I had my beautiful baby girl gifted to me. So it is her birthday, so we're going to go out for a little meal tonight and what have you, so I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, here I am sharing family love, and I do feel love right now around me, and I feel love in me. I feel like I've got this love to give, and I feel like it's definitely part of this big transformation that is on its way to us, as we know. And I keep banging on about it. I don't know what I'm going to talk about next week after the portal, after the full moon, but I'm sure we'll find something. But anyway, so I asked what spell, ritual are we going to be introducing or starting our lovely reading off with today. And it's the spell for a quantum leap, because I feel like it is going to be one big leap forward. I've also got our beautiful Witch's Garden, seeing as we talked about Archangel Ariel. And I thought, yes, it's very important that we connect with nature. So it's the Witch's Garden. And I have got, surprise, surprise, my animal spirit cards as well. So we're going to do... And let's see who comes out. Maybe our dragonfly might come out here as well, just to confirm how our luck and fortune and change and transformation is really solidified, really changed. I could not believe, I've never seen a dragonfly in my garden. I've got a hanging ornament with dragonflies on them. I've got butterfly ornaments, but I've seen butterflies, but I have never seen dragonfly. And he flew into my lounge. And then I sort of was, oh my goodness. And then he literally turned and he flew straight back out again. I thought, clever dragonfly. Didn't get lost. Oh my goodness. He went straight back out again. I thought, wow, that is a blessing. Absolute blessing. So, spell for a quantum leap. Here we go. Are you ready? We're going to go with it today. I call the shift. I claim the gate. I bend the now. I choose my fate. No more waiting. No delay. I tear the veil. I clear the way. By flame, by breath, by blood, by bone, I summon what is mine alone. I snap the thread of who I've been and let the next life pull me in. I leap by will, I land in truth. The past burns off, I stand renewed. I break the lock, I crush the chain. I rise through fire, I stake my claim. The door cracks open and I step through into a life born anew. What's mine arrives, no longer veiled. I speak the word, the spell prevails. As above, so below, as within, so without. So as it is, so mote it is. Isn't that lovely? There we are. Fantastic. So that is our quantum leap today. Our quantum leap today. All right. So new chapter, new transformation, new beginning. But these are good stuff. We get the same runes a lot, don't we? But that's what it is. Oh my goodness me. Oh, it just went straight away. Also, before we get into this reading, before we get into it, oh, we have the lotus flower, our beautiful lotus flower. So coming out, transformation, change, blooming, blossoming. That's us. That's us, isn't it? Big shout out to Liliana if you're watching me doing your knitting today. Absolutely. We are coming out of our murky waters and we are flowering. We are blossoming. I've been very aware of my physical and my power, my divine feminine energy right now. So that's so lovely. I think it's ramping up, ready for love to come. And love is coming. Today's positive. Let's have a little look. The path to true love is not always smooth. I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry. Spirit of... Honestly, oh my goodness me. They really do have a trick and a joke with me every now and then. Anyway, Rome wasn't built in a day. Was on the other side. And that is for May the 30th. And this one was for August the 6th. The path to true love is not always smooth. And Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay. Yes, I've got a connection with Rome, so that's why I'm having a bit of a little laugh. So I think spirit, they do make me laugh. They do. I've got a bit of a, I think in my spirit team, I've got somebody who's a bit of a comedian. Because honestly, he just tickles my sense of humor every now and then with some very funny things. So anyway, that is what I'm sharing with you today. That's so lovely. Look at all these runes. Holy moly moly. Let's get my rune book. Right, let's have a little look at them. We've got Isa. We have got Jeru. No, can't remember. We have got this one, the F. We have got Athwala. We have got this one. And it's upside down or it's a W. I'm not 100%, but I'm wondering if it is in a reversal, which is interesting. So I'm going to leave it like that. And we've also got, I would say Nautilus, because that doesn't look like a Gibo. That's got more of a egg. So we're going with Nautilus with that one. Right. Gosh, 6 runes today. So let's see, 6 runes. That's really interesting. 6 runes, and a couple of them are familiars. Even though we shake, they're still coming out. We're still getting the same messages. And how I've put the new one in front of Isa. So I'm going to look for this new one first. I'm intrigued. I hope it's here. There's Nautilus and Isa. No problem. Not Jira. Ewaz. Ewaz is the Zeddy looking one. Right. Let's have a look. Hang on. Oh no, it could be Swahili. Oh, it's Sawilo, which is light energy, good health and success. After cold, I see. After something that's been, where's Isa? That's after something that's been blocked. Meditation is highly useful because ISA stands for ice, and obviously ice does melt, and that's where the water flows, so that's the energy flow. So after something that's been blocked, we've got light of day, yeah, coming out of the darkness, clarity, healing in a situation. Interesting, very interesting. All right, good. And here's my Ewaz element. Must be, yep, M, but it's in reverse. So that is interesting to me. It's a rune of partnership and friendship. So it might be that you've had to let someone go, something go, some sort of closure of something. After this sort of darkness, this coldness, this icy situation, you know, it's now opening up to being very much more amenable, happier, feeling like joy and the hopes, clarity, healing. Yeah, absolutely. So we got to that. It's self-confidence, it's strength, it's motivation, success, healing, victory over challenges. So I feel like there was a bit of a challenge initially. So let's have a little look at that. Ewaz is a rune of partnership and friendship, but it's a good sign. The concept of faithfulness applies to yourself and your goals. Steady progress is made by placing one foot in front of the other. The path to true love is in spirit. Rome wasn't built in a day. Right, okay, we've got it, Spirit. Thank you. Oh my goodness, they're just making me laugh. The support you will need to arise, and you will gain momentum. Reversed, it could be confirming. If you've been wondering whether to trust someone, Ewaz reverse may be confirming your doubts. It may be signaling a lack of faith or trust on your part. This is a good time to step back and take a look at the bigger picture. Rome wasn't built in a day. This is interesting. Beautiful. Okay, take what resonates. Take what resonates. Are you harboring past hurts that are preventing you from trusting or accepting someone else's trust? You know, I'm just hearing this. When true love arrives, or a new love arrives, I don't know why I said true love. When new love comes in, if you've been hurt in the past with love, when you haven't healed sufficiently, you're going to have trust issues. You're going to have issues on you, and often those issues are imagined, really, and because you think it's going to happen. And I had this conversation yesterday with my friend who was walking, who has found this new love interest and what have you, and I said to her, don't put blocks in your way, accept it as now. Oh well, I don't know what's going to happen, well, no one does. Just stop thinking about then. Trust now, I kept saying to her. So this is very interesting. It's come back round, and I'm now connecting dots again. Right, okay. So if the reading is related to a goal, the reverse indicates a lack of momentum. And that's also an ISA as well. All right, so be aware of that, because the ice will melt and the momentum will go. And we've got then, after we've with Sawilo, we've then got, where is it? F. Anzus is communication, knowledge, reason, and wisdom. So you are going to be expecting some sort of communication where you're going to have to trust something. You're going to have to trust yourself, your feelings, the person, maybe, that they, maybe it's something about, giving somebody else a chance. Othala is next to our Ansus. It's about divine wisdom and communication. Be extra open to signals from the universe in the form of animal sightings, robins and dragonflies, imagery in clouds, or numerical messages and other interesting coincidences or synchronicities. Black feathers. Okay, Spirit, thank you. Absolutely. I am going to be very open to this communication. When it arrives, I will then deal with it. Absolutely. Because Othala is about, traits, beliefs, habits, influences, family origin. Could be about wealth. Okay, but it's more about a foundation of community and family and rooted in place and family ties. And you've got to maybe understand something in a cultural belief about somebody you're having this communication with. Maybe that's what it will be. Interesting. And then we have Nautilus. I'll learn all of these one day, Naughties. It's about, Naughties is, treat this situation as a period of learning and opportunity to strengthen your resilience. No one enjoys hardship while it's happening, but when we look back on the experience that made us who we are, generally at least a few of them were unpleasant. Don't allow bitterness, worry, or despair to get the best of you. So this is a very important message. Communication. Yeah, beautiful. All right. Use your gifts and talents to find ways to get your needs met. It's all about growth and viewpoints, conflicting viewpoints. Many traditions hold that. It does not. But the rune stave is not always symmetrical. All right. So magical workings focused on attraction or increase. All right, so here we go. Our runes have said, but we're coming out of this murkiness. We're in our beautiful light. So I think, often when we shine our light, when we actually blossom, when we are ready to receive, we get a little test, and maybe that's what the message is today. We're going to be getting those little tests prior to our full moon and our portal. Okay, all right. Let's see what our cards are going to be saying to us then. That's amazing. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, so let's go. Beautiful Witch's Garden. Give us some indication, please, with 2.5 days out from our portal, 3 days from our full moon. We have this beautiful detail. What is this communication? Perhaps that's what we should be asking. What is it that we should be doing? Can you give us some guidance, please, spirits? Let's have our cards to guide us. Oh, all right. So the first one is the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. So a knight is a messenger. Pentacles, as we know, it can be about money. Can be about material things. We've also got the Seven of Pentacles. So we've got Pentacles on this table, and the Seven of Pentacles is often about, something that you've been working on, working hard on. You can see here she's got the deck, the cards all laid out. She hasn't actually decided to choose that deck yet. Perhaps it's about a choice, perhaps something like that. Okay. We're going to read these anyway. Okay, Spirit. So this is, what is our communication? What is this about? All right. So we have got the Queen of Wands in reverse. And we have the Ten of Swords. Oh, we have two. The Ten of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Lots of pentacles. Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is an offer. And we have a Five of Swords. Oh, I don't like this card. Look at this card. It's a bit scary, isn't it? Yeah, I don't like that card. Anyway, right. So we have six on the table. 6 cards on the table. Let's have a little look at these. Knight of Pentacles. We started off so nicely with our Knight of Pentacles. Standing there looking very happy. All right. Yeah, Pentacles are all to do with... I want to read this to you again. Rules of our garden magic. Everything is energy. Nature speaks. If you listen. Little spider just walked across there. Clear space and set boundaries. Show up and do the work. Plant seeds of desire and cultivate when the time is right. All right. Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. There's the 7. Where's our Knight? So our royal rulers. Couldn't get that out then. Right, here we go. Pentacles. Beautiful. Mutable earth, a steward, sensual, soft, taking time. Magic lies inside this rhyme. Savor the moment, look deeper still. Take your time to feel your fill. The Knight of Pentacles carries and protects her pentacle and caresses her bison with the other hand. She watches over land and animal, moving deliberately and only when need be. The alchemical symbol of earth is on her dress, while bare feet connect her to beloved earth. The wrap cast over her shoulder is a symbol of protection and deliberation. The Knight of Pentacles carries the slowest energy of the entire deck. When this card appears in a reading, it is a message to pause. Take your time and consider your options carefully. Interesting, I got that feeling very much so with our runes as well. And the fact that this Isa is ice and then water, and it takes a time to melt. You know, ice melts, but it will melt when it's ready to melt, isn't it? That's interesting. Consider what is before you and how you can make the best of the current situation. You are part of nature, not separate from it. So moving with mindfulness and ease, gentle touch, the struggles you face may be self-created. Therefore, the answer you require can be found within. Connect to elements of earth and animals to ground into who you are. And funny how I've got my animal card and I talked about animals. Very interesting. Okay, my friend. So that is our Knight. And then we've got our 7 of Pentacles. I'll just hold it up for you so you can see she's contemplating. Harvest. Early harvest comes on quick. Choices beg for you to pick. Take your time. Go slow and prep before you take the next step. So we are being cautioned here to be mindful, because, you know, the lotus flower seeds and grows at the same time. So there's something here, I feel like you have been doing your seeding, but now it's something about be very mindful of what you are being called to make a decision, make a step, whatever this might be. Maybe we'll find out. But I definitely feel that this is 7 Pentacles appears to result when results manifest quickly. That's what I was trying to get to. Yeah. So something's going to come along very quickly, unexpectedly. Okay. Everything happened earlier than expected. She wants more and needs more, but she is unsure of what to do next. So she consults her cards. The Seven of Pentacles appears when results manifest quickly. The secret of this card is when results are quick. It is a sign that you are in alignment with magic. To keep going, consider a broader picture and rethink final goals. The most effective magic is always surprising. So results are seen. Pondering what is left to do. Your hard work has paid off. Thinking about what is next to come. Viable resources at your fingertips and lots to work with. Lovely. Rome wasn't built in a day. So there's something here about you having spent, it's a long time in coming. That's what I'm hearing. It's been a while. But, you know, it has changed. It has changed definitely here. We had it with the runes. Absolutely. So I think it's a very good indication. Our Queen of Wands, our beautiful Queen of Wands, where is she? Oh, the swords. I want wands. I want wands. Where are you? There. Our Queen of Wands. I'll hold it up for you so you can look at the card. Charismatic. Aries, cardinal fire. Solar flares breed enigmatic power. Captured magic, heart's a flower. Passion erupts inside the skin. Know thyself from outward in. The Queen of Wands is the creative force of fire. She radiates solar energy, can grow seedlings with a single glance, and carries the essence of fire in every gesture. The Queen of Wands harnesses her passionate nature, but does not let passion override her senses. Pleasure is her organizing principle. She has many lovers, an insatiable curiosity, and warms all who draw near. Sunflowers symbolize solar deities, her natural confidence and strength. Never underestimate how you inspire others. Her hand holds a sustaining flame. She is warm to the touch, but will never singe as her fire creates and sustain life. Her feline spirit animal suggests intuition, self-control, and laser focus. Wow. So reversed, she's out of bounds. Rein it in. Turn attention to something useful. Discomfort stems from not being true to oneself, and follow the inner light. So let's ask the question, how can I fuel the fires within? Let us ask for some guidance to that. How can I fuel the fires within? The Queen of Wands was in reverse. So we are making a choice. We know we've got something's manifesting. And we had the Six of Swords in reverse, which is leaving the problem behind. But normally, let's have a look. Eight of Swords. The Six of Swords is the journey. Water laps at distant shore. What has been can be no more. Steel sword leads, sharp wisdom knows, unravel the path by following what glows. All right, but it was in reverse, so it's stuck. When it is important to move forward, consider your head and heart in equal terms. How can I move forward? How can I move forward? I'm just going with this at the minute, so bear with. We'll get to the other three cards in a moment. But how can I move forward? Spirit. Okay, they're telling me this is what we're doing. 10 of Swords. So moving forward with the 10 of Swords. 10s are all about conclusion. Opioid poppies aid in sleep. Troubles brewing generations deep. Sacrifice the self, they say, and you will live another day. We do not argue with nature over the seasons change. We accept the gifts of crisp air, crunchy leaves, and scarlet sunsets as summer turns to fall. Yet when it comes to clinging thoughts, habits, and ideas, why is it so hard to say goodbye? The secret of the 10 of Swords is knowing when to let go. Yeah, that's how we move forward. Okay, so moving forward now. The 10 of Swords is the card of metaphorical death, the field which sacrifices her old self so she can be young again. Old cycles need to be put to bed once and for all. We've had this, we know this. So what is done, resolution of drama, sacrifice, important endings, metaphorical bloodshed, feeds new life, death of the ego, the peace of finally letting go. How do we move forward? We let go. And then we have our Ace of Pentacles, which literally is the next page to what we've just read. So very important. It's almost like it's the next step, Spirit is telling us, okay? So it's the seed, and I did say it's something you've been working on and brewing, and it's sitting under the seven of Pentacles here for you as well. So it's definitely something that has been there for you, and now this is going to come through. Witch's hand and morning dew, something's coming just for you. Spider silk and foxglove bells, time is ripe to craft your spells. And I want to just tell you a quick story about a foxglove, right? So I went out on Sunday, as I mentioned to you, if you follow me. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but anyway, as I say, whatever comes out of my mouth is often quite important on the magic table. I went out with a friend of mine. We stopped at Home Bargains. Anyone been to Home Bargains? Anyway, the one we stopped at is quite a big store, and outside were these most beautiful plants all lined up and what have you, and they've got their own garden center. And I went straight over to these plants. I was like to my friend, my goodness, these are beautiful. What are they? And I had a look, foxgloves. So, and that was before I went to the spiritual fair. So interesting, something is coming. And spider silk, and the spiders just literally run across there and run down the wall. And I'm sitting here thinking, please don't run over my toes. Anyway, the sunrise spills across the witch's garden as bewitching fingers caress a green and gold pentacle. The pentacle reflects the seed of all creation in the world. Opportunity is at hand. The witched hand emerges from piles of thick white clouds. Clouds appear in tarot as the doorway between invisible and visible realities. And we just did the quantum leap spell. Magic. No, I'm just saying it's magic. Oh. The Ace of Pentacles marks an appearance, inheritance, or opportunity involving money. It is new material things such as a possession, home, or car. It also suggests a child or a new friend, as pentacles reflect the people who populate our lives. A spider working a silver strand suggests spinning stories about self-value. Amazing. Personal worth is revealed in the way we covet the belongings of others. What do you think you deserve? A path unfolds beneath a stone arch, leading through the garden boundary and out into the world. And I almost feel like that's, like the portal. Look at that. Off we go. The homecoming awaits. Wow. Incredible. The secret of the Ace of Pentacles is how you determine your own destiny. Claim who you are and cherish your gifts. Upright, the miracles of manifestation. An opportunity comes your way, having the resources required. Beginning a new project or a new adventure, or gifts are showered upon you. And I'm hearing spiritual gifts. Spiritual gifts! That is just incredible. That is just beautiful. Now, right, next to it is this Five of Swords. I don't like this card, but we're gonna be brave, and we're gonna have a look and see why, when we were sort of, how do we move forward? We let go. This is what we can expect, and something's coming. It's beautiful. And then all of a sudden we've got this under our Queen of Wands, which was reversed. So I'm going to put it back into reverse, is the Five of Swords. So I'm going to read this Five of Swords to you. Cruelty. Venus in Aquarius. Right. Oleander is the sweetest killer. Cruelty throws us all off kilter. The pot of wits is to be stirred when witches wield a poisoned word. A frightening scene unfolds in the skeletal remains of an ancient greenhouse. A severe yet regal woman stands on a spiral staircase pointing a sword at a young witch. The aggressor protects two swords. She seems to have snatched away. A young girl peers through a window as if she has just stumbled upon the violent scene. The Five of Swords reflects a scene of unbearable cruelty and taking unfair advantage over another. Older and younger figures are depicted to make note of inherited trauma and behavior. We change the pattern when we stop unconsciously reacting and begin to respond to the situation in front of us. How can we greet challenge in a new way? The greatest villain of the world justify their actions. The peering figure is a witness to cruelty and injustice. What responsibility does the witness bear? So the Five of Swords appears to reflect victimization and aggression. The secret of this card is the fact that how you treat others is how you feel about yourself. People lead with their issues. To know this is to know the person sitting across from you. The card's bitter medicine conveys the cruelty of words. Venom against another is venom toward the self. The sharp wounds of words last for months, years, or a lifetime. So upright, it means victimhood and betrayal, an unfair fight, mean-spirited confrontation, delight in cruelty, take responsibility for what is said and done, acknowledge the role you play in relationships. All right, so let's ask Spirit, please, if we can have a bit more guidance. We know that we've got this beautiful Ace of Pentacles. We can move forward. So what is this situation with our Five of Swords? Let's see if we can get some guidance and help with that. Please, Spirit. The Five of Swords. Here we go. Okay, it's landed on the Ten of Swords. Eight of Swords. It's all about swords right now. Really strong, isn't it? And look at her. She's been taken up by this lovely full moon. And all the swords have got a reflection into the water below them as well. She's also blindfolded by this ribbon across her face. Let's have a little look. What are we thinking here? So we must let go of something. The Eight of Swords. Restraint. Reflect beneath a stormy moon. What is stirring wakes up soon. Floating bound, the eyes can't see. The mind dreams horrors up for thee. Okay. All right. So, something wicked this way comes. A stormy full moon lights the Eight of Swords. An ancient stone reflecting pool is a portal to the other world. Moonflowers and deadly nightshade grace its perimeters. Abound which hovers above the portal with a sword beneath her heart chakra and 6 more stuck in the ground. The esoteric reading and the secret of this card reveals occult initiation. Initiation. We had that, didn't we? The witch gives herself over to a harrowing ordeal so that when she emerges and removes the blindfold, she will see the world with a new set of eyes. This is what you're being gifted. This is your transformation. Will you greet it willingly? You alone must face your greatest challenge. Call for help or request guidance in advance, but to conquer inner demons and repetitive patterns, you and you alone must fix it. Give yourself over to the challenge to conquer it, trying to control what cannot be tamed. Violence towards the self, struggling internally. So, if you remember, it landed on top of our letting go card. So there is something here to say. You've been working very hard. You've been doing a lot, but it is time now to see this in a new picture, to let go of what it is that you've been struggling with. And really and truly, the Ace of Pentacles is here. This gift that you will be given, your transformation, will help you overcome all of this. But will you go willingly? Will you accept and surrender to it? All right, Spirit, let's ask Spirit, what is the future? If we do this, if we manage, we get through our portal, we go through our transformation, we know that there is something, full moon is next, and that is a release in some way. That's what it's telling us. All right, and this here has got the moon as well. Okay, which was the Six of Swords, which is, you know, letting go of something, putting something down, accepting fate almost. All right, so what is the future? What can we expect, please? We're going to do this. We're going to transformation. What is coming for us, please, Spirit? All right. We have 2 cards. What is coming? The Fool and a Knight of Wands, another messenger. They were both in reverse, however. All right. So we are going to look at them in the reversal. And we're going to see. Now, we know what the Fool is. The Fool is about taking that leap of faith. Yeah, the Fool, you know, the Fool is very happy, striding along. Look at this Fool. We'll read it anyway, because it's a lovely, lovely description of this Fool card, actually, in this book. So let's read the Fool. And it's the first card in this book as well. It's the first card in the tarot deck, isn't it? Our Fool. It's a 0. So often I feel like it's like a starting point. Yeah, beginning. There we are. Beginning. The Witch is fresh as a sparkling morning dew, once upon a time came you. Never mind, the steps are steep, trust your fate, take the leap. Whew. Okay, the Witch's journey begins with the arrival of a mysterious stranger. Her name is the Fool. The Fool's appearance marks a fresh start. It is a new chapter in an unfolding story. The Fool is beginning and end. She is all infinite possibility. The entire tarot exists inside of her. The Fool is the seed of the tarot deck. The secret of the Fool card is trusting in what unfolds in every moment. Her face tips towards sunlight. She walks without a care in the world. Through the path, though the path leads to a jagged precipice. Her path regenerates as her feet touch the ground. There's no fear, anticipation, or danger. Trust in the journey. The Fool is not weighted by past incarnations. She carries only what she needs. The garden hoe foreshadows work. The leather sack swinging from the hoe contains past experience. A discarded book marks lessons learned that are left for another traveler to discover. An alchemist's white rose decorates the cover of the book she holds. The white rose represents the union of opposites, giving rise to new evolution. The symbol of elemental air is embroidered upon her chest. Manifestation is seen in her boots and blossoming flowers. A gleeful dog leaps beside her to represent joyful animal communication and companionship. No one walks alone. The Fool indicates a fresh new adventure. But when it's in reverse, recklessness, indiscreet, irresponsible. Okay, so how can I start over? How can I start over, please, Spirit? We're letting go. We're accepting our transformation. We're here now at the precipice. We need to take that leap, don't we? We do. The Knight of Wands, actually, they want me to just take the Knight of Wands message as well. So I'm going to do that. And then we will, let's go to our Royal. She's got a different separate. So our Knight of Wands is our protector, Sagittarius. Off and away do speedy flames fly, streaking comments across velvet sky. Make haste when timing's right. You choose because there's nothing at all to lose. What is the prize you are searching for? Get up and move. Exercise for the body and soul. Pent-up aggression needs to be worked out. Take a chance. Go out on a limb and challenge yourself. That is how you start again. All right. Now, it is in reverse. So we are going to ask, how far am I willing to go? How far am I willing to go? Oh, no. There it is. All right. Oh, these are the ones. How far am I willing to go? We just wanted another 2 and we have them. There's a tower. All right, so something is going to cause you to physically get up and go and to make sure that you move in some way. There's a tower movement. There's something in a tower coming, and the 9 of Swords is here. We've got so many swords on these tables. We've got 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 6 of Swords. Wow. We've got Wands and Pentacles. Right, okay, and both of the Wands are in reverse and the Pentacles are upright. Swords. Right, let's read the Tower. How far am I willing to go? Well, he's just jumped out at me. So it's very important messages, please. Pay attention. Okay, pay attention, Debbie. Right, I'm going to. I will. X. I don't even know why I've got these Roman numerals. Right, XV1. Release. Thunder, lightning, rolling storm, embrace the tower to transform. Let go, it's safe, take the hit. What was clung to never fit. It is a warm and languid day as storm clouds gather. Thunderheads pile up like snow before a plough. You doubt the 2 children you saw earlier climbing into the treehouse have noticed the change in weather. You take off in their direction to warn them. But arrive too late. The tumultuous sky sends a monster lightning bolt smack into the tree. Luckily, 2 badgers and a fairy have come to the rescue and saved them from a deadly fall. The tower reflects unexpected destruction and upheaval. It is loss, terror, and disruption, but the secret of the tower is emancipation. Releasing expectation and attachment to desire is the natural outcome of integrating the arcana of the devil. Once illusions of control are released, everything changes. Letting go, 10 of Swords. Letting go, 6 of Swords in reverse. 8 of Swords, trusting this transformation. It's going to bring about a lot of change for you. A lot of change. Okay, it's time. You have everything that you need. You need to trust in that. All right, I'm going to be reading it now. Oh, you're not putting it in reverse. What? I'll have to read both now. It's an end of an old cycle, our Tower. Deep, evocative, inner internal healing is often intertwined with the disruption in the external ways of a life is lived. Relationship falls away, old habits are broken, and real world changes are made. The soul evolves in alignment with the authentic high priestess self. It is the last link in the lover's chain which held together something that no longer works. Metamorphosis is uncomfortable. Why else would the self fear the very thing it desires? If it were comfortable, you wouldn't have resisted it to begin with. So the field is cleared. A light bulb moment of awareness is coming for you. Immediate understanding. Release of attachment. Losing what didn't fit. Wow. This reading is incredible. And now I'm going to read the 9 of Swords, but because it dropped down on the floor again and I picked it up and it was reversed, it was almost like Spirit is saying, well, it was a reverse. So let's have a little look at it. Ruminating. My head's a hive of wasps who sting. And let me just tell you, right, I had a whole swarm of bees sting me when I was a child all over my head. So I know how that feels. Calm the mind to cultivate rest and peace. Only then will you find release. So the 9 of Swords appears when you find yourself in a destructive thought cycle that has no purpose or point. Rein in your doubts and insecurities by focusing attention away from the self. Twilight is the boundary between inner and outer thoughts and reality. It is the hazy space where we form the inner world. The 9 of Swords reflects the point at which thoughts become unbearable. Fighting for the mind and mental health is essential. Be your own best advocate for finding tools and resources to help deal with anxiety and stress. And that's exactly what the Knight of Wands said to us. Okay, physical movement, change your diet, get yourself motivated, learn how to knit, whatever. All right. The secret of the Nine of Swords is to recognize that thoughts by themselves have no power if you don't identify with them. See a thought for what it is. Feel the thought. Let it go. Just because drama unfolds in the mind, there's no need for it to bleed over into our waking life. So it is about sleeplessness, destructive thoughts. But remember, I picked it up and it was in reverse. So I'm going to read that reversed. Searching for answers. Avoiding the heart of the matter, disappointment and despair. So how can I shift my perspective? Now that this is in reverse, how can I shift my perspective, please, Spirit? Gosh, I'm so sorry. This reading is taking a long time. I don't know where 15 minutes has gone. Hermit. Go into yourself. Shift your perspective by actually learning a little bit more. And then Five of Cups. See where you are focusing. There are two beautiful cups right there. All right. Never mind. We're letting go of all of this. We don't worry about this. There is two cups for us. So the Hermit tells us we must focus on inward, on ourselves. This is our healing. We continue with our healing, okay, with our Hermit. Where is our Hermit? Seclusion. New moon, tethers dark of night, truth revealed in lantern night, stillness roams and instincts flow, move within and find what you know. So the new moon, it could wait, you might have to wait till the next new moon before you can finally see what it was always there for you, possibly. Okay? Always there for you. So it is about introspection, solitude, removal and sequestered isolation, using your inner light as a beacon for others as well. Look, she's holding that light up, asking others. So that's lovely, helping others, Five of Cups. Sometimes when we help other people, because Spirit brings you people into your life that maybe are on the same journey as you, or doing the same thing as you, or they definitely relate to you in some way, they resonate with you, whatever, often as a mirror so that you can see something, the reflection. And the universe is always giving us messages and guidance. If you could start joining those dots and recognizing what it is that you need to see, okay, instead of being, oh, my woe is me and what I haven't got and what I've left, had to leave, or whatever it is, changing that mindset often is a way in which you can help yourself. And helping other people, you help yourself because you hear yourself talking in a very different way sometimes. I have it. I think, well, I should give myself my same advice sometimes, isn't it, you know? So the Five of Cups is about the idea of a choice to repeat or change the pattern, okay? Addiction, lack of feeling, what you need is right in front of you. So that's what I feel by the new moon, okay? So we've got our portal you're going through. There's a massive transformation. You are going with the full moon. It's about that release, that finally, will you listen? Will you finally take off that blindfold? Know that your heart, you can heal yourself, okay? By doing something for yourself, going inward. The tower is coming. Regardless of whether you actually do think that you're going to make a change, it's happening, okay? That is, you can't stop that. That bolt of lightning is going to take care of it. Okay, but go within, do your work, see what it is that you need to see. That clarity will come to you 100%. There's a card here wanting to come out. The Sun card. So I think that's a lovely final message here. Absolutely, because we even had it with our runes. The idea that we're going to have this wondrous change and it's going to be good. Often when we are in the depth of our change and we're not really sure whether we are right or wrong or whatever, we often think, oh, you know, and you can sort of not see beyond. But the minute something changes, we then go, oh, And I think that's exactly where we'll be with the sun card. I'm going to read it to us right now. Moon, star, where's the sun? Manifestation, brimming light and solar glare shows us what was always there. All right. Brimming health, laughter, fun comes rushing in with the brilliant sun. So whatever you've been planting, whatever you've wanted this deep, deep down. You've wanted this for a long time. Abundance, love, joy, excellent health, heart chakra, you'll heal that heart. Right now you might be thinking you feel like this, you know, your heart's been pierced possibly. And that's just sadness. You will get through it. Let it release it, let it go. Be honest with yourself and open with yourself the truth. Okay, stick to yourself. Expansion, exuberance, and it's your destiny. I love that. I absolutely love that. That is so beautiful. So the path to true love is not always smooth, and Rome was not built in a day. It's going to be a little while. But this is what they're saying. Our full moon, our portal, this is what's coming for you. Okay, well, I have got our animal cards, so I'm going to honor them. And we're going to see who comes out and confirms what's on the table for us and gives us the animal spirit guidance, because we know that, well, especially me, there we are. Oh, I can't believe it. That is incredible. There we are. Are you ready? Butterfly. And what is the butterfly all about, my friend? Change, transformation. Now, I just want to say this. The butterfly, okay, when it's in its little cocoon, often as the chrysalis, it just stays there, and then it starts to form and come out and want. But when all of that breaks away, often the butterfly kind of just still hangs on a little bit before it flies. It's a little bit weary. Don't quite know whether I should fly just yet. Yeah? And I feel like this is what is the situation here. There's still something that you haven't quite let go of and you haven't quite transformed. Let's read our butterfly. Let's read our beautiful butterfly. I think this is amazing. That is magic. Magic, magic. Undergoing great change and transformation. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon. Committing to one daily routine, night of ones, a meal, a practice or prayer done at the same place and time will do wonders for lifting a butterfly spirit. So in balance, it's cheerful and graceful. When it's out of balance, it's fragile and frustrated. To bring into balance, daily routine. Oh, that's amazing. I'm very big on that. So that is beautiful. So my friend, I am very sorry it's a very long one today, but I think that was really worth it. I thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful reading. I'll take a picture. Of course, you can't see it all. Please like and subscribe and comment. If this has resonated with you, I am blessed to be able to have shared it with you. So thank you for joining Words of Wisdom. I'll see you again soon.